Welcome to Apples and Oranges. I'm your host, or one of your two hosts. No, I'm your singular host, Matthew.
And I'm your non-singular host, Jack. I've been relegated to the producer corner this episode, as happens every other episode. But with us today, we have a very special guest.
Yes, that's right. Stand-up comedian, writer, musician, the wickedly talented Kit Baxley.
What's up, guys? Good to be here. How's it going?
Good.
to have you
Welcome
here.
to Apples and Oranges, Matt. We should do a little mini
a little
intro for
explainer.
those who haven't seen the show.
For those not familiar with Apples and Oranges, on this show, we debate our guests. We have, but we do it Apples and Oranges style. We have a random topic generator, spits out two topics for each of us, or one for each of us, and then from there, we'll take that, we'll pick something within that topic, and we'll debate it against each other. So if one of us gets a fruit and one of us gets a sitcom, we might argue against each other why strawberries are better or worse than Frasier.
So it truly is Apples and Oranges.
That's right.
But, you know, we always like to
Yeah,
do
we
some
like-
banter with
yeah.
our guests up top. We like to hear about... Well, Kid was telling us about how he watched the whole
I
coverage.
watched 9/11 today.
He watched 9/11 this morning on a
It
time
wasn't.
lapse.
You know what? It wasn't even a video that was funny. It was just cool.
It was just a little
Just
living through history.
yeah.
Well, it was just literally a play-by-play of like every single event time-stamped of the news on CNN from like 8 o'clock to like 12 o'clock.
George Bush
And then my
starts reading at the
sister called
kindergarten.
me. My sister, it literally showed like when George Bush, like it
The moment he saw
timestamped
it?
it when he
Yeah.
like when the guy leans in and he's like, "What did you fucking say?" Yeah, but that was great. And then my sister called me right after, and she's in her 30s, and I told her what I was watching, and she started telling me about what her experience was because she was 10.
Oh, wow. So she was in school. Or...
Yeah, she was in school.
So was it at one of those schools where they like made all the kids watch, or one of those schools where they were like, no, like we have to insulate the children?
She said that they didn't let them see it, but then they went home and my mom just let them watch it. My
Yeah.
mom just was like, yeah, go ahead. Watch 9/11, which is what they were calling it at the time already.
Watch 9/11.
Holy shit.
Well-
Do you think when 9/11 happened, they were like, oh my God, it's 9/11?
Well, right when a plane hit the tower, they're like, holy shit. It's 9/11.
But the thing is like, it was weird to watch because like the first tower got hit and everyone was like, we don't know. Everyone thought it was like an accident.
Yeah, like that's an
totally.
insane accident
And then
that
the
happened.
second one happened, and then they're like, "Who's fucking with us?"
Yeah.
And then someone from the government claimed that it was a terrorist attack, and then someone from like a Palestinian group claimed that they had responsibility for it. But then later, that same group denied that ever was said. And then
Oh,
later,
interesting.
a U.S. government official found chatter of someone who was an associate with Osama bin Laden talking about, oh, I have great news, and there's still one more target to be hit. And they were talking about wherever that plane that landed in Pennsylvania was supposed to be going, which I
Yeah,
think was the
whoa.
capital.
And
Maybe
that's
the
how we
capital?
learned that it was Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
interesting.
Honestly, if I keep talking about this will turn into a different kind of podcast.
No,
Mm.
often this podcast turns into a totally different kind of podcast. So
This podcast is sort of amorphous in nature. It's
Well,
sort
it
of the
was
Joe
just like-
Rogan experience of podcasts.
Where there's no point. But it's
And Jamie,
interesting
pull that
that
up.
like they were like, oh, like the Palestinian group or whatever they were called. It was like for the Liberation Front for Palestinian Freedom
Yeah.
or something like that. Denied that someone claimed that they did it. And I'm like, yeah, I think somebody lied that they did it. I think
Yeah.
somebody else called, someone like prank called and was like, is your refrigerator running? Because this is the Liberation Front for Palestine
Yeah.
calling. Like, and they just lied. I don't
Maybe
know.
it was like an Israeli guy on the phone trying to prank Palestine.
yeah.
Probably. And he was like, and they were like, are you Israeli? And he's like, no, that was just the, what is it? They used landlines back then. It's
Yeah.
just the air or whatever
Yeah.
affects phone calls.
Oh yeah.
That was a deranged moment of talking for me.
No, it's okay. This podcast is full of deranged moments.
And then that's sort of it gets to the heart of talking and really the heart of debate. We
Mhm.
seek to find the derangement in trying to assert one's point.
Yeah.
And speaking of that derangement, I've got a question for you.
Yeah, sure, please.
Kit, do you have any formal or informal debate experience?
My informal debate experience was the last time I did this with Joan.
All right.
True.
I mean, I guess that is formal and informal. Formal debate, like if I was in a debate club or anything, like
Yeah. Or if you were like a lawyer at any point in your life.
I used to yell at my mom a lot. No, I'm just kidding. But
was there like a point counterpoint to it, or was it just kind of like fuck you?
you know, you gotta have an argument when someone turns off your Xbox.
Oh, seriously,
yeah.
especially if you're in the middle of a game.
Yeah, that was an important time in my life. No, I've never. I used to be that kid that would like take a stance, and then it was so wrong, but I'd like never give it up. I would never like back down from the wrong thing I said in high school. And someone called me on that, and I was like, I don't want to be that guy.
You would die on a hill.
So yeah, I would die on a hill. I would, I don't know. I would just make some statement that has. I'd be like, the moon is like, dude, the moon's not real, and I just would I wouldn't even mean it, but if someone called me on it, I would just defend it, even if I didn't really think it.
Yeah. Well, I know you said those days are behind you, but this is the podcast for picking a hill to die on.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, get ready. I have formal experience.
Amazing.
You both should get ready because I have 2 topics in front of me.
Preparing myself.
Wow, that
doing
was quick.
stretches.
What are you using AI?
We're
Better than AI. It's our proprietary.
Yeah, it's our own software. We've built it in house. We hired an AI to build it, but it's not AI.
We hired an AI.
So, Kit, your category, you're going to be choosing a director to debate in favor of. And Matt, you are going to select a weapon to debate in favor of, and I'll sort of vamp.
Okay, and I should have clarified just up top. Oh, you did this once before, but just to remind everyone, we'll do opening statements before the floor is open.
Yes. And are you ready? You have a.
Oh yeah, I've got something.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The weapon that I will be arguing in favor of is an airplane that can be flown into a building.
Awesome.
It's one of the many things it could do.
It's one of the many things it could do. And that, and just the amount of chaos and catastrophe and death that it caused. I mean, that's an effective weapon. And I think no director with their artistic skills will make anyone feel as much as America felt on 9/11. So I will yield my time there.
The director I have chosen, in about 3 to Steven Spielberg, I guess.
Nice.
I was going between Spielberg and John Carpenter.
Both great choices.
Both great choices. I'm going to go with Spielberg. Here's the thing about planes and Spielberg. And let me tell you, I have a lot of formal experience with this. Spielberg, obviously, we all know that planes aren't real and that 9/11 wasn't real. But it seemed real because it was directed by Steven Spielberg. I mean, have you seen E.T.? That looks real to me. Am I wrong? Am I crazy?
E.T. looks very real. That
looks very
freaky
real.
lizard guy.
That little lizard is terrifying.
Whoa, lizard. Oh, whoa. Okay, throwing slurs around.
Is that your opening statement? Would you like to continue?
I think so.
Okay, cool. All right, the floor is open.
So what you're telling me is that 9/11 was movie magic?
Yeah, it was Spielberg directed it. He used George Lucas's company ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, to make it seem real.
So I think that's further proves how terrifying a weapon airplanes are, because he did with sharks, then dinosaurs, and finally work at special effects take him airplanes. He fooled America in Spielberg's greatest prank and faked to the massive tragedy and launched America into multiple wars. And I think that's sort of the greatness of the airplane.
Well, I mean, also, okay, but everyone's afraid of sharks now for no reason. And sharks have been murdered to the edge of extinction. So honestly, I think that Spielberg's ability to make sharks so terrifying, it doesn't even matter if it's a plane. So planes are pointless. He could make anything terrifying and difficult.
Well, and this speaks to the issue with Spielberg, I think, and that is that he picks his topics willy-nilly. He doesn't consider the consequences. And you said to yourself, sharks are being killed for no good reason. all because he decided on a whim to make a movie about a big scary shark.
Well, he also made Schindler's List, and are you telling me that you won't visit Israel if elected? Sorry, I didn't mean to.
We'll be right back.
Sorry, my bad.
That was great.
Look, if elected,
Sorry, some of my best work is done during debates.
Yeah, seriously.
I promise that I will fix New York by visiting Israel.
And you know what didn't fix New York? A plane. And you know what does help New York? Steven Spielberg.
I think planes have helped New York a lot. JFK Airport, LaGuardia Airport.
Which is your airports.
Yeah, those are just, if anything, the airport is more important than the plane.
Well, but you need the airport to field the plane.
Tell me different types of planes. How many planes do you even actually know?
787. Concorde.
So, like, I'm going to pull a Tucker Carlson right now.
Go ahead.
So you don't even know anything about planes.
Okay, so that's all right. That's two more. I'll name a third one. A MiG. We know about those from Top Gun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Top Gun. Well, Top Gun, you know who that was directed by?
Tony Scott.
AKA Steven Spielberg.
No way. Fuck.
He was a ghost director on the project.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know about that. I feel like there's some, you know what? I bet there are more types of. Steven Spielberg has made more movies than there are types of planes.
There are so many types
and
of
so
planes.
if anything, Steven Spielberg, in terms of just content, and that's what this world's about now, content. When's the last time you heard about a new plane?
A new plane?
Never. But do you know the last time you heard about like a new...
What about the Boeing Dreamliner, a fourth kind of plane?
Is Boeing Dreamliner? What the hell is that?
That's a new kind of Boeing plane.
The hell? Isn't that a company? Also, planes are evil. Don't they murder people who speak out about what's wrong with them?
That is not planes.
Oh, you bet it is.
The planes did not do that.
I swear to God, I saw a plane and a black beanie sneaking in my backyard last night. But just because I said that I didn't get a window seat. I don't know.
That is there's no evidence that is a plane. That was profiling. Profiles that could have been a train.
Yeah, that could have been a train. Yeah.
And you would have liked it to be a plane, though. That would have been convenient for your narrative.
No. Nothing. There's not. You know what's not convenient? Fucking getting ready to get on a plane. Tell you what, that's difficult. That sucks. You know what's super convenient? Jurassic Park.
You know what's difficult?
It's just so fun to watch.
You know what's difficult?
I'd rather watch Jurassic Park than watch a plane.
What's difficult to me is sitting through. It's sitting through The Post.
The Post.
The Post by Steven Spielberg.
Oh, that's not even a part of this. Don't be making up movies.
That's a real movie he directed in 2017.
Dude, anonymous smears.
Anonymous smears. What about War Horse?
That is a great film if you like that sort of thing.
Oh my God, he admitted it. Look,
but okay, hey, there's been some bad planes, and then there's some Spielberg movies that aren't amazing. But I would say E.T., Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, so many amazing movies that are better than any plane ride I've ever been on. And you know what?
A plane can take you across the fucking
Steven
country.
Spielberg is so much better than planes. The planes have to play Steven Spielberg movies on it to make you fucking forget that you're on a plane.
And Steven Spielberg has had to put airplanes in his movies.
Whoa.
Funny how that works.
Sorry he's inclusive.
He has to put them in his movies.
Sorry he's willing to,
I'm sure there's a plane ride in
show
the Indiana Jones
representation
movies.
of planes.
The Indiana Jones movies. The Terminal is all about an airport.
That's true.
About a guy who can't get on a plane and how sad that makes him.
Well, listen, Spielberg is speaking to how terrible it is to be at airports, to be around planes. They're nothing but stress.
No, planes are good and cool. They can take you
know
anywhere.
What? You know what? Have you ever seen the movie Pearl Harbor? Planes are not cool. They are terrible, and they have Ben Affleck in them. And I don't like it. Spielberg would never do that to anybody, unless that's his
but
movie.
you know who directed Pearl Harbor?
Who?
Ghost directed by Steven Spielberg.
No, that's fake news.
Yeah.
This is how I argue.
You couldn't stand to hear someone else argue the way you do.
Yeah, I know.
So Steven Spielberg did direct Pearl Harbor, a bad movie about the worst thing you can do, which is damaging a plane. Whereas
whoa, they damaged boats way more and ocean. You know how hard it is to clean up the ocean.
Well, what we've done dish
And you know what?
detergents. I'm
BP
sure we're
spilled
fine.
all that oil, and you know what that oil was going to go to? Planes.
Probably
Ruin the
cars.
environment over cars and planes. Let's change the narrative to planes. Steven Spielberg is better than planes.
Talking about great plane movies. I'll talk about great plane movies. Airplane, funniest movie ever. How about that?
Is it the funniest movie ever?
Yes.
Why? Of what metric?
Jokes per minute.
Jokes per minute.
Jokes per minute.
Can we fact check this, Jamie?
I'm just looking at images of the post right now.
It's just Post Malone.
Sorry, I'm a few steps behind y'all.
rock star.
Now he's country though, so
Now he's country though. Isn't everybody?
Yeah.
Isn't that
everyone's
what we
going
voted
country.
for?
Yeah.
yeah. He
Just I heard "Man-Child" by Sabrina Carpenter. We were surprised to learn. Kind of a country song.
Yeah, and you know what's never been a country song? A Steven Spielberg movie.
Oh, I bet I can think of one that is a country song.
Nope.
Always, 1989.
is that a western or something?
Is that a Western?
No, but it's a romance set at sort of a farm style environment.
Farm style environment.
You could say that about Brokeback Mountain, and I wouldn't call that a country song.
I would call that a
I'd
country
call
song.
that a dream come true.
Let's go. All right, I think I'm ready to hear some closing statements.
Sure.
You
go
Let's hear,
first.
let's hear from Matt first.
Okay. Planes are the best weapons. They're amazing weapons because they knock down towers, and no other weapon could possibly do such a thing. They as non-weapons, that's just purely viewing it as an object. They allow people to travel at speeds and distances unheard of for the rest of humanity. There's no other faster, more efficient way to get around. There's also hardly any safer way. You are more likely to get killed in a car crash than in a plane crash. Planes are safe when they are not being flown into buildings for the sake of terrorism. And Steven Spielberg, meanwhile, he's made some real boring movies. The Terminal, Always, Jurassic Park 2, the BFG, The Post, 1941, War Horse, The War of the Worlds. So do with that what you will. I yield my time.
Jurassic Park 2 was not directed by Steven Spielberg whatsoever, and he takes no responsibility.
He took responsibility when he put his name on it.
No, he didn't put his name on it, did he? No, he didn't.
Second
Jurassic
one.
Park 2? No, he didn't. He didn't direct that movie.
I'll check it.
He didn't direct that movie. And War Horse is a good movie if you're into that sort of thing. And dude, I think honestly, no hate, War of the Worlds. I kind of do like that movie. Do you not like it? War of the Worlds.
We're in your closing statement, but I'll say I have not seen The War of the Worlds.
Well, this is my closing statement, and I'm closing it how I want with open dialogue because that's the kind of person I am. But I will say this, that listen, art is subjective, and you know what's not subjective is how much planes fucking suck. And I think that Steven Spielberg is better than any plane in the world. I mean, okay, what ruins your day more than anything? Planes. And you know what can make your day great? E.T., Indiana Jones. You could watch Indiana Jones 100 times and still love it. You could be on a plane twice and just want to jump out of it. You know? Like, I just don't think that planes have any domination over Spielberg whatsoever. Spielberg is a powerhouse. He's a powerhouse. You know, he turned in Jurassic Park for his final at film school. Yeah, that's right. He went to film school late. Some old people can go to school. What do you think about that? Fucking, I've lost the thread, but you know what I'm saying. All right, that's my closing argument.
Amazing. Well, heck yeah. Great job, both of you. I think this is a close debate. I think I'm going to have to give it to Kit, though, just because for Matt's anti-Semitic remarks, not going to Israel. I think that's pretty... Why wouldn't you go to Israel?
Yeah,
what the
I know.
hell, Matt? I think it's insane. And
I said I would. I said I would too. That's the worst part.
Sorry, all I heard was...
All I heard... Yeah, I know. It's the same thing over here. This guy, he's going to ruin our country.
I think so, too. Well, I can pass over the old...
By the way, Jurassic Park 2 is directed by
Yes,
Steven Spielberg.
it
right?
was
Is it?
directed by
Yes.
Steven
Really?
Spielberg. Yeah,
What?
Yeah, The Lost World, yeah.
Did you ever read the book?
No.
The book is kind of... It's not too bad. They
First
wrote
book or the
the second
did a
book. The first book is awesome. They only wrote the second book because of how well the first movie did.
Makes sense.
And then is the second book like the second movie, or is it just
No, it's like a totally different thing because
Because the book and the movie are so different for the first one, right?
dude, and the book is so different from the second movie. It's weird. Like a bunch of the characters are like mushed together versions of multiple characters in the movie than to the book, and the roles are like reversed. Like in the book, Ian Malcolm has like he has a daughter, and then there's like other kids there. I can't, dude. It's been so long. The first book is great. I'd recommend the first book.
Heard nothing but great things about that first book.
Yeah, that seems
the
sick.
second book is like, honestly, it's kind of funny because there's a line in the third Jurassic Park movie which is so terrible but fun to watch. That the Alan Grant asks this kid, like, "Did you ever read Ian Malcolm's book?" And he was like, "Nah, yeah, I did. It was kind of preachy and weird." And that's how I feel about the second Jurassic Park book. It's just kind of preachy and weird. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, preaching the new dinosaur
The
religion.
original 3 Jurassic Park movies are so much better than
This new
the new Jurassic World stuff.
Yeah.
Even though, because the first 3 are very like serialized and like kind of have nothing to do with each other,
Mhm.
and then these new ones are just like marveled. You know,
so
Yeah.
Marvel. I saw one of them in theaters. Like
the first one.
no, I
First
saw
one was fun.
actually I saw the first one in theaters.
First one was good in the way that the first new Star Wars was fun to see.
yeah,
where it's
and-
like it's a novelty to see it with like updated effects, but
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
obviously it can't beat the original.
no, and then I saw I think the second or third one in theaters. Probably the second one because it was like
Oh,
2018.
the second one is
And
sucks.
It was
balls.
terrible. It was just so.
You know what-
I just felt like it was watching. It was not like. It was just like something that was just generated.
Dude,
it
the
felt like.
dinosaurs like escape into the world at the end of the second one.
Yeah,
And that's like the most interesting thing that happened.
yeah,
So I'm like, why wasn't that just like the beginning of that movie?
yeah.
Also, I watched a video where a guy was like, that movie is 2 separate movies smushed together.
That's a good take.
Because it's like they go to the island to save the dinosaurs, which would have been a great ending. Just the dinosaurs dying, which I agreed with. And then the thing of them on the land. And then the third movie is just weird because Laura Dern and
Oh, so this
Whatever.
new one is the fourth one.
Yeah, this new one's
Oh
the fourth
my
one. Yeah,
God.
yeah, there's another one
Oh
with
my God.
Scarlett Johansson.
Right, and Mahershala Ali and Jonathan Bailey.
Yeah, I just think
Yeah.
that this new one, you know what sucks? I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see it because I'm like, I want to see dinosaurs because I'm just like an autistic little boy, and it sucks that it's like they just shovel this crap into our mouths, and I still kind of like eating it. You know,
Oh.
it's just weird. I'm sorry for the imagery.
No, it's all good. I'm
No,
a big eater of crap. We can keep this chat going. I'll hand this to Matthew in the meantime.
I don't eat crap. I only eat good food. Like
Oh, well, what? Like what they serve on a plane?
Like, destroyed. Like nutrient pellets.
Ooh,
I was gonna say nutrient pellets.
what are those?
They're these
nutri-
little pellets.
This is a bit we did a few episodes ago. We were talking how Peter Thiel has a.
Yeah, Peter Thiel has been sending me these little pellets, and they don't have any vitamins in them.
Wasn't it him who they asked in an interview recently?
just saw that.
Where he was like, they were like, "Do you think human beings deserve to live?" And he was like,
he just couldn't answer the question.
he was
Well,
like,
that's the thing.
the biggest
next.
supervillain. Terrifying.
I know, that's so, dude. AI is so like the internet on its own is already turned into such an awful, volatile thing. AI on top of that is just like next level. Fucked
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
At least, did you see the Big Beautiful Bill? They clipped out the thing where you can't regulate AI.
Really?
There was a thing in the Big Beautiful Bill that for the next 10 years you wouldn't be allowed to regulate AI.
But they amended it.
and
They
then,
got rid of
they
that.
took it. They took it out,
Well,
That's
that's
good.
good.
which is good. But like, then you like read more of it,
And it's like
and
still
you're
the
like,
rest of the
oh,
bill
this
is
is
there.
still bad.
It's like, oh, they
You know what I mean?
they have like increased, like, I think they did like the two opposite things with healthcare, where it's like they made it so like they've increased copays and like lowered coverage.
It's like
for,
I don't know.
for
Like,
healthcare.
it'd be like if you like resuscitated a baby and then that baby just went and like murdered another baby. Like it's you know what I mean? Like it's just like,
yeah.
oh, thank God, and then you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of being sort of edgy and murdering babies, I've got two of our edgiest topics right here.
Okay.
I'll admit, these aren't that edgy.
Oh.
Neither of these topics is what's your favorite 9/11 or whatever. But
Oh,
but look, if you find a way to talk about 9/11 in your response, who am I to stop you?
yeah. I mean, no one stopped them. Hey.
Hey,
Oh.
nah, but you know who could have? Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Finally, someone's saying it.
No one would have been able to get away with it. If I was there. And
I would have fucking taken him down. It's
Would have been easy. Would have been easy.
If he did stop it, would they have? Oh, you remember how Seth MacFarlane said that he missed the plane?
Yeah.
Do you think if Mark Wahlberg stopped it, Ted would have happened sooner?
If he had stopped it, it's this interesting like double alternate history. Like, had Mark Wahlberg been there and had Seth MacFarlane been there, would they have made Ted like the next year, and it would have been like about like
9/11.
9/11.
Yeah, absolutely. I also would have liked to see Mark Wahlberg somehow be on 3 planes at once. Like kind of like a Nolan like Inception or
It's pretty cool.
I'd have a feeling that it wouldn't be like 3 separate Wahlbergs. It'd be like his left bicep is on one and his abs are on the other.
Yeah, I kind of think it would just be like
Well, he wakes up pretty early, so he could have gotten it done.
Yeah.
If he like jumped,
If he
That's
leapt
true.
between the planes,
I would have been
he
done with the
able
first
to.
plane at 4:15, and then I'd take a nap, and then I'd get to the next one.
Yeah.
Well, and what's great is he has so much time because he doesn't waste his time praying inefficiently like some people. He is the number
right.
one most efficient Catholic app, except for ours.
That's right. This is a Christian podcast and it's a Catholic app.
Hey,
This is a Catholic app.
Ave Maria. Is that even?
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
a big part of this app.
And that's a big part of Catholicism. That
Yeah.
song.
is that real? He has an app
Ave
that
Maria.
does that.
What's
He
that?
d- he
Oh,
does have an app.
He does have a prayer app.
But
It's called
that's the point of it, is to make it more efficient.
Nobody markets it that way, and that's kind of his whole vibe.
Isn't that
so-
terrifying? They've even like, because
Yeah.
like everything now is about making your life.
Optimizing, yeah.
You're optimizing your religious behaviors. How
Crazy.
fucking psychotic is that?
Crazy.
Yeah, it's like, it'll be like this app will help you with prayer. But like the way he does
With
Prayer.
Prayer.
But the
It's like a fucking, what's his name? That comic.
Dice.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, Ron. Prayer. You do it right. Huh? You do it quick. Wake up at 4 a.m. That's what my mother used to do. Or
I
something like
get
that.
no Hail Marys. I get no respect.
I get no Hail Marys. I get none at all.
But the way he gets up from like the altar at the beginning of these ads, it's like he's, he gets up, does it. He's like, all right, like it's acting like he kind of does it in reps or
Yeah,
whatever.
it looks like he just finished using a machine at the gym or something.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
But not as terrifying as these topics could possibly be.
Oh man. Oh boy.
Wait, is it me and you now?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Jack, you're going to be arguing in favor of a board game.
A board game.
Okay.
Okay.
Kit, you're going to be arguing in favor of a surname. Any old surname.
Wait, you mean like a last name?
Someone's last name, a surname,
Can I
Board game.
choose my own?
Of course.
You can do
Anyone you'd
anything
like.
you want.
Okay.
Board game. I'm debating in favor of is Jumanji. It's a magical board game. It sucks you into the game.
That's
and
great.
They've made a shit ton of movies with it. And most board games are boring. I'll be real. But one where you're uprooted from your life and thrown into the jungle of Jumanji, and Jack Black and Reese Darby are there. And I haven't seen the 90s Jumanji. I've only seen YouTube shorts of the new Jumanji.
I didn't know
What?
Reese Darby was in this at all.
Yeah, he was in the new Jumanji movie.
That's what you're talking about? You haven't seen the original?
No, I haven't. I have seen what's the other one that was on? They would show on Cartoon Network, the Jumanji ripoff, where they're in space.
Zathura.
Zathura.
Yeah.
I fuck with Zathura, so I'll also be debating.
Oh,
No. I don't think
debating
Zathura was a board game. I think it was.
I think it was a
Was.
board game.
Okay. Well, I'm still sticking with Jumanji.
Wait, but isn't the new Jumanji a video game?
Yeah, but I'm debating in favor of the board game, which is the IP of the video game. So I'm getting by the transitive property. I'm debating in favor of Jack Black.
Sure. Okay. Sure.
No, I'm gonna yield my time because I think Jumanji's so good.
The surname I am choosing is Williams, as in Robin Williams,
Ah.
who was in the original Jumanji.
Oh.
And if he wasn't in that movie would have been terrible. Absolutely.
Interesting.
I mean, Williams is just a great last name. It's even a great first name because it could be many things. It could be Billy, Bill, Will, Willie, William, Wilms. It's great as a last name. And I feel like Williams as a last name, any first name is great. Kit Williams, Cat Williams.
Kit Williams is pretty sick.
Kit Williams,
Yeah.
Cat Williams, Jack Williams, Matt Williams. Like, it's just like a great last name that
That's a
like
good one.
will make like if it's a stage name, no matter what name you put in front of it. I think the last name Williams is just like, without that, Jumanji is stupid. So I think that Williams, like Jumanji Williams, dude, way better than just Jumanji on its own. I'll say that right now. And that's my opening argument.
You put my name in it. So
Yeah.
now,
Yeah, you
No
like
bias
that?
now.
now I'm biased towards you.
Yeah.
The floor is open.
Look, all I'll say is this. Williams, let's think about the origins of this name. Some sort of British last name, I imagine. Ties to horrible crimes against humanity. The whole British Empire has blood on its hands. Jumanji doesn't hurt anyone. It's just giving people a good time. And Williams, Robin Williams, look, maybe he's a funny guy, but it's not because his last name's Williams. It's because he's a class act. And I think there are other people who could have played that role. Jack Black, for one. Jack Black could have played that part.
So, Kid, are you doing a little fact check for us here?
Yeah, the
He's
crimes against humanity thing I think is a bit too far.
He's self-jamieing right now. But I bet you're probably
Jamie of the Self.
Yeah, which is what you would say after you take ayahuasca.
Oh, I am my own Jamie.
Jamie of the Self. Jamie, can you look that up? Yeah, I got it.
Well, whenever I need to recall a memory, I say, Jamie, pull that up. Like someone's like I walk into a crowded space and I see someone I recognize.
That'd
I'm
be
like,
crazy if like the fucking head link that they make, they just name it Jamie.
Jamie. I'm gonna name mine Jamie. No, but I would not get a head link because it would prevent me from entering Jumanji. The greatest board game of all time.
You know what? The greatest board game is such a stretch in the sense that it's not a real board game. And you know what is real? The last name Williams.
It's not. It's just a word. It's not real.
You know, it's real.
Jumanji you can touch and buy on the internet. They
yeah,
made a board
as
game
a movie, not as a board game.
No, they made a Jumanji board game.
They made a Jumanji board game.
Yes, I'm not arguing
You
that's
know
the
what they
best board
also
game.
made?
I'm just
Robin
arguing that-
Williams. And we made Williams the last name.
It's a
So
stage name.
honestly, Williams, the last name, is just as real as the game Jumanji. And the last name Williams is a last name. It means so much. It can be a whole family heritage. And what is Jumanji? Some fucking movie that came out in the 90s? Who even cares about that? People still didn't have self-driving cars back then. What do they know?
Nah, see, my opponent is a futurist and a madman. I think that Williams is just lame. It's not fun. It's such a common last name. There's so many Williams out there.
Name 5.
D'Angelo Williams, Robin Williams, Johnny Williams, Billy D. Williams, Chris Williams. Those are five people. And,
I dare
and
you.
two or three of them.
To name 5 more times.
Matt Williams, Kit Williams, Cat Williams. Look, the point is, it's so common that it's not good. Jumanji, if you're just a kid and you find the rusty, dusty Jumanji thing in the back of your closet, that is a true blessing and a true gift. And that is why it is the best board game, because it's rare and it sucks you inside and you get to freaking live inside of a board game.
You're saying that it's rare, but they've already made 2 more sequels to the original. Where are we going to be in 20 years? Is there going to be 7 more Jumanjis? It's not going to be that rare anymore.
Well, look,
and Williams is a name that is declining in popularity. So technically, that name will be more rare than Jumanji.
I disagree because I'm arguing in favor of the board game Jumanji, not the movie. And very few people have actually purchased and played the board game. It's a hot commodity.
Have you purchased and played the board game?
No, it's so rare and divine. I would never put my hands on it. But I know many Williams. Matt Williams, Kit Williams.
It just troubles me that you're arguing for this thing you have no personal connection to.
Look, that's like asking a priest, "Oh, do you have a physical connection to God?"
So you're comparing Jumanji to God.
Yes.
What is that going to do to our Christian listeners?
Look, this is
This is a Catholic app.
it's a Christian app. This is a Christian podcast and a Catholic app, and so I like to bring
you know
God
what?
into my
Jumanji, it seems like hedonistic nonsense created by the far left to ruin our children's brains.
Now, if you rearrange the letters in Jumanji, it spells Williams. No,
Whoa,
it's
whoa.
actually, it stands for, look, I love God, okay?
Jumanji,
I'm a
you know,
Christian.
that's a Japanese word, and that is un-American. I'll tell you that. You remember what they did to us in World War II?
You're debating
And
who
you know
the last
who
name-
died? You know, a lot of people died in World War II. They had the last name Williams.
Williams
And we
isn't-
will not let their names sink to the bottom of the ocean like they did on that day of Pearl Harbor. I'm telling you that right now.
Let it be known that I hate the veterans listening. No, I love the vets. Come on. Look, folks, this Williams scum, look, that's a British last name. It's a European last name.
It's also Welsh. And you know what? The Welsh are a very interesting, rich heritage.
No, Welsh are
people.
Disgusting swamp people. They're like sub-British.
Whoa,
disgusting.
whoa. Well, you might as well say that about anybody.
I will. All of our listeners. No, the Welsh are nasty and they're gross. And
see this guy?
smelly.
He's anti-Christian. He's pro-racist.
No, I'm pro-racist, but I'm pro-Christian.
See, he's shitting on white people. He's ruining the white culture. This guy.
Look, God forbid a white boy catch a vibe.
Yeah. God forbid it, and that's what it said in Genesis 12 or whatever.
You know what it says in Jumanji 3:6?
It has a certain Genesis 12.
Guys, Jumanji is so freaking fun. Imagine being sucked into a board game against your will and get to battle big old creatures and look for treasure.
I'm sorry, but
Wow.
a man with the last name Williams would always ask for consent if he was going to suck you into him. And I think Jumanji is
Ugh,
just
it's disgusting.
You know
This
what?
is a children's podcast.
No wonder this guy. No wonder this guy likes Jumanji. He likes to be fucking spit on and all oiled up. He's
No.
a dirty little monster, and something needs to be done about. You know what? This guy, he won't even go to Israel. and you know what?
BB,
We need someone with the last name Williams.
BB, if you're listening, we need someone with the last name Netanyahu because I think my opponent here is an anti-Semite, and frankly, I am a little pig boy who likes the mud, and I do want to be sucked into the mud of the video game. How much fun! Imagine being lost in the Jumanji jungle with your homies, and you're getting bit by Jumanji bugs, and you're like, man,
Jumanji
You know,
bugs.
I might be crazy for saying this. That sounds like a horrible experience.
no, you would love to get sucked
So-
off by a Jumanji
no.
bug.
So just to go through
No.
what's happening here, you get sucked,
You get sucked in.
and then you get bit by bugs.
You get bug. It's muddy. It's wet.
Mud.
It's wet. It's hot. And it's like a pocket reality. So 1 second in our time is like 20 years in Jumanji. So you're living a lifetime in
Say
this
you
game.
just want to go to Jumanji for an afternoon. What, you'll wake up
You
and then
can't do
your
that.
kids or your grandparents or whatever
yeah, you
once
can't
come
go
out?
to Jumanji for an afternoon.
No,
That's
you
crazy.
can't. You can't do anything with Jumanji.
No.
But you know what you can do? Crack a cold one open with a guy with the last name Williams.
No,
Even a guy named Williams. Like you.
that's too many Williams.
Whoa, there's just too many problems with Jumanji. You're getting sucked off by mud or whatever.
That's the arc of the. Look, you know nothing of the hero's arc. Okay, get sucked off.
I was just arguing for Spielberg a few minutes ago. I know about the hero's arc. Are you kidding me?
Spielberg. All his movies were ghost directed by Kevin James. We all know that.
Kevin James. Dude, leave that MMA legend out of this. Have you seen that he made an MMA movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, here comes the boom.
Here comes the boom. Of course.
Oh God, that's so telling of the. Do you think that's where they got the idea for the Costco kids?
We
This-
bring the
Oh,
boom.
I thought you were saying that's where they came up with the idea for the MMA, and that's what I do think.
I
What
think.
came first? Here come the
I mean,
boom or mixed
MMA is
martial arts?
probably how that dad gets those kids to go to Costco.
Yeah.
I mean, those kids do not seem healthy.
No, they're.
Those kids hit the gym. You know it.
dude.
Those kids
You know
hit
who
the-
doesn't hit the gym? Jumanji.
No, Jumanji
is a
doesn't need to hit the
slop-
gym because they natty. They natty. They're natural. They're out in the doing like
No.
pull ups in the jungle. Yes, you know if you get the gains you get in Jumanji, you get in real life.
What does that mean?
That means if you get swole in Jumanji, you come back twice as swole, but
No.
you're twice as old too.
I can't. Jumanji just seems like such a bad deal.
Maybe if you hate
Because
adventure,
isn't that the problem? The whole plot of the movie is Robin Williams gets sucked into Jumanji, loses the love
Number
of his
one,
life.
gets sucked. Two.
Okay, fine. Maybe sucked is the only good part about it. But he gets sucked for fucking 30 years. He comes back a fucking caveman.
Wouldn't
His-
you after getting sucked for 30
His
years?
parents are dead. The woman he loved is married or whatever.
well, if you're not good
He's
at the
hanging
game,
out with these two kids he doesn't even like the whole goddamn movie. And then there's like some dude that you get hunted. There's a guy hunting him the whole movie who has a terrible British accent. And you know what? His last name isn't Williams. He has a whole name, and it ain't Williams. A man named Williams would never hunt you in Jumanji.
No, a man named Williams would be hunt down in Jumanji and be bad at playing the game.
Well, yeah, and
would
that
lose.
would make him the hero of the story.
No, he's not.
The
Robin
people
Williams
in
is not
those movies
the
get
hero
hunted.
of Jumanji is Jumanji himself.
So you're not in favor. So you care more about the game than people.
Of
That's
course,
what I'm
I
getting.
am. I'm debating favor of the game. I definitely.
So you're telling me that,
you know what they say?
that you don't care about human life.
No, I don't care. I will. Human life. I will. That's the interesting thing about
People's lives are important.
people's
sir.
lives are. No, they're not. Jumanji's way more important than a human
No,
life.
no. Jumanji is a board game that was thought up by people
Yes.
who are more important and made money off of it, which helped a lot of people. A lot of
Yes.
people with the last name Williams.
No, all these Williamses. It's a boring milquetoast white last name, Williams.
Okay, I would take
if I
milk
met
toast
if
over
someone-
getting sucked off by bees or whatever.
And that's where we differ. And I'll tell you right now, if I met someone, say I'm like, Bouncer Club, say the last name Williams, I'm not going to be like, whoa, that is the best last name. That is better than Jumanji. Oh my God, Williams, that's crazy. I probably see 10 Williams a night. How many times are you getting sucked off into Jumanji?
Could you imagine getting stuck in Jumanji and then
Great.
you come out, your whole life is gone, your parents are dead, the person you love is dead,
But
and then
you're
this
swole.
guy doesn't even care about you. He just cares about the
But
game.
I'm swole and old. And how long was I getting sucked off?
35 years you were getting sucked off, Matt, by bees in the mud. It's your dream. I know, Matt, well. I'm winning this.
Can you imagine leaving Jumanji and that's what you look like? That's what happens to you when you leave Jumanji. You're just a big-headed weapon guy
Oh, that's kind of
With
cool,
no-
actually.
That's sick.
with
You get a
no
lot
dick because you've been sucked off so much you can never be sucked again.
It got sucked right off.
It
See,
got
that's
sucked.
the thing. Flying too close to the sun, too much of a good thing, ruins it.
But only those.
And you know what? Williams is such a good last name. You can never have too much Williams.
No, it's too conservative, too reserved. Only those who risk going too far can possibly find out
Most
how
people
far you
don't
can get
risk.
sucked off in Jumanji.
Most people don't risk. They get sucked in against their will, which is illegal.
Yeah, but you're chosen. Jumanji chooses you. They only choose
Jumanji-
worthy people.
No,
Every
it's
movie-
coincidence.
No. Have you seen Jumanji where someone dies and gets stuck in Jumanji? No, they always make it out. Years later with no genitals.
And
aged.
and their families are dead.
Yeah, but who cares about their family? They were in Jumanji.
The people, you know what?
He didn't care
A
about
guy
it.
named Williams would never suck you off till your dick was gone, and you could never be sucked off again.
And that's why it's a terrible last name, because that sounds like he's not a team player.
It sounds like he's a team player that knows something about moderation. He'll
Ugh,
suck you off,
moderation.
but enough that you could get sucked off the rest of your life.
You say moderation,
And
I
your
hear
parents are
laziness. My parents would much rather me get sucked off into Jumanji than stick around and live in the basement
Go in the
and
mud, get bit by Jumanji bugs.
Yeah, bees.
Sucked off by bees.
hunted.
This sounds like a goddamn fucking Coachella ayahuasca nightmare.
I know, it's the best board game ever. It's so riveting, so exciting.
Okay.
Williams is just total boring.
So, also, here's the thing. The physical game Jumanji that you can buy on Amazon right now, right,
Is what I'm describing.
is what you're describing. A
Yes.
game that will not actually suck you in.
Have you played?
No. The
Ah.
movie is not real. The movie is not real.
The
You will
movie
not
is
get
real.
sucked
It's
into
a
the
real
game
movie.
because it's a game, a board game based on a fake board game in a movie. And you know what's real and not multi-layered? A guy named Williams.
Yeah, but a guy named Williams is
Straightforward.
boring.
He helps you out. Maybe
doesn't
you're an
help you
old
out.
woman who needs to cross the street. Williams helps you.
You know,
Williams
Williams.
doesn't lie and say that he's going to suck you off for 30 years and then you just buy it and it does nothing.
It's the most common
And then you're
last
just
name.
stuck playing a game with your dumb family for 4 hours.
No, I would love to be sucked off with my family. And Williams is the most. Williams is the most common last name among pedophiles and sex offenders.
Okay,
Jamie.
Jamie.
I just asked Jamie.
No, you're not.
I'll
No,
ask.
Jamie's over here now.
Okay.
I will be Jamie.
What is I wonder if the internet even knows the most common last
let
name.
me see.
of
I'm
pedophiles.
sure it will. It'll probably be Holmesley if I'm not careful. Look, Jumanji, guys. I've won this debate. Jumanji's so
No,
freaking
I don't
good.
think you've won this debate.
I have out of every
I
last name.
think you've done nothing but prove that what you're arguing for is violent and awful, and the last name Williams is a kind, familiar way
too familiar.
in person to be around. There's nothing wrong with too familiar.
Yes,
in
there
this
is.
in these trying times in this country, wouldn't it be nice to have something a little familiar?
In these trying times, wouldn't you rather be sucked off into Jumanji into a whole new place where you can vibe and be hunted and there are bees and mud and an adventure?
I feel like you could just like go to an actual Amazon and do that.
But that's not a board game. You're not getting sucked.
Why does everything have to be about buying a board game, you capitalist pig?
I was given the category board game, and look, that's how the AI dealt my hand. What's the
So
verdict?
I could not find the most common names of pedophiles and sex offenders. So I just looked at the most common names in general, and I decided to look up within America specifically. Third most common name is Williams.
So not the most common.
But exactly, not even the most common. But it's
When is
third's
this-
bronze. Oh my god!
See, he didn't even say bless you. What a
No,
terrible.
I'm not going to bless my opponents. Are you kidding me?
Uh,
Thou shalt not bless the
See,
ops.
that's what's
Dude,
wrong with this country.
sneak-
Not enough people named Williams and people who are just out for themselves.
I'm
Look,
not-
I'll sneeze again. I'll suck you out for 35 years.
Yeah, you could just say bless you.
All right, let's hear some closing statements.
All right, who do you want to hear from first?
Let's hear from Kit.
You know, yeah, we've heard a lot about getting hunted and getting sucked off by bees in the mud for 35 years. And after that's done, you're dickless, your parents are dead, and the woman you loved is now married. And you know, the crazy thing about that is if you buy the Jumanji board game is that none of that happens because it's just a regular board game. The board game in the movie is fake. You will not be sucked off for 35 years. So even if that sounds like a good time to you, which it doesn't to me, it won't actually happen. And you know what is real and beautiful? The last name Williams. It's familiar. It's kind. And you know what? Sounds like the last name of a cowboy. And who doesn't love a cowboy? I'll tell you that.
Okay,
That
so
was dropping the mic.
I saw. My opponent suffers from a small mind. He is unable to understand that people are dreamers. And when people want a board game, they want the most conceptual, idealistic board game possible. Jumanji. A board game that brings you into the game. A board game of dreams. A board game that sucks you off for so long. There's nothing left. And sure, maybe if your wife leaves you while you're lost in Jumanji, that's like she was never the one to begin with. Because a fine shoddy would gladly wait out her days waiting for you, like returning from war. Shout out the vets. I love you. And the name Williams is the third most common name in America. It's so common. It's so lackluster. It is the antithesis of Jumanji. Something wholly unique. Only a handful of people have literally experienced it. One being Jack Black. Another being Robin Williams. And all the other survivors of Jumanji. And I would wish Jumanji upon anyone with a beautiful heart and a big mind. And I yield my time.
Wow. Before I get into who won, who lost this debate, I would just say that this is a very special episode. This is all proceeds for this episode go towards the charity of Jumanji veterans, people that have come back from Jumanji
And APAC.
People who've come back from Jumanji after missing their genitals, old, swole, covered in bee stings, and APAC. The winner of this debate is Kid.
Oh,
What?
shit.
It's impossible.
I didn't even think
It's impossible.
I didn't even think I won.
No, I had a feeling you won once I started talking about the truth of Jumanji. People can't handle it.
Yeah, no, we're a bunch of Jumanji truthers here.
Yeah, this is Jumanji Truther podcast. And
yeah, you thought it was a Christian holdout for Mark Wahlberg, but actually
Nah,
it's a
yeah.
Jumanji.
Well, it's both. I would
it's
say
both.
it's
Yeah,
both.
this probably has
Oh,
many
really?
things. Yeah, it's the
This
Joe Rogan
is a
experience.
Christian podcast, a Catholic app, and
You guys
we're
should
Jumanji
have-
truthers.
You guys got to get Chris Pratt on this.
Oh,
Oh.
of course, yeah. I want Chris Pratt on, and we can convince him to run for office.
Yes.
Honestly, I feel like that will happen.
That's why, because we're going
Chris
to convince
Pratt.
him. Chris Pratt and I are going to go into Jumanji.
Chris Pratt is going to save New York, and he's going to visit Israel first.
Yeah, Was he American Sniper? No.
No,
Bradley
that
Cooper
was
American
Bradley
Sniper.
Cooper.
That was
But I'm
Bradley
going to go
Cooper.
out on a limb and guess that Chris Pratt was also in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. In
Oh,
that
I
movie.
thought. Yeah, maybe. I
Just
wouldn't
seems
maybe
right.
auditioned.
You know what? I actually AI'd his face onto Bradley Cooper, so
Mm,
he
the
technically is in
Cooper.
that movie now.
The Pratt cut.
Well, he was in Zero Dark 30, another American
Oh, that's
propaganda
it.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mark Wahlberg was in Lone Survivor, a similar vibe.
Dude, there's just too many
I know.
movies about the white guys in the Middle East killing people. I think it started with Black Hawk Down. Am I wrong? Is that like the first one?
Yeah, it seems
When
like
when
roughly.
did Black Hawk Down come out?
I think that's like 2004.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we need more of those movies.
Dude,
But
There's
I want
some
one.
Gulf War movies.
I want one
There's
for the
Three
pers-
Kings. I've heard that's good.
I want one from the perspective of a drone operator in Missouri who's just sitting there
he's just eating Cheetos.
eating Cheetos, and the drone is in the Middle East, and he just vibes. And
He's just a fat piece, and it's like not even about the drones. It's just about how his like wife is leaving him.
yeah.
He's completely like he so doesn't give a shit. That's just like job bullshit.
He
Like he
just-
doesn't bring that home.
Yeah.
He just does the drone strike, goes home, and gets sucked off by Jumanji.
No, he does the drone strike and then goes home and plays a video game where he's doing drone strikes.
Where he gets to like be on the ground in war.
Yeah,
and he's like,
it's what is it? It's like farm simulator, but it's drones.
Yeah.
well, Jack, how's that machine looking over there?
It's looking good. We're ready to wrap it up.
Great. Well, this is another episode of Apples and Oranges. Kit, thank you so much for being
Oh,
here.
thank you for having me. I'm
Yeah.
excited to be here.
This episode is going to drop probably like what?
I think early August.
Early August is
Early
going to come
August?
out.
Yeah, about a month from now.
Dude.
But
So,
you have
anything
anything-
you'd like to
Anything
plug?
you want to plug in August or in general even?
Yeah, if you come across whatever clips are taken out of this, please don't deport me. I know it seems possible these days. Instead of deporting me, maybe book me on your comedy shows because I've been doing this a decent amount of time, and I feel like maybe give me 5 minutes on your show. All right, do it,
Come on.
please. Come on. I'm pretty
Book
good.
him.
I'm a good hang, and I need to get out of the house sometimes.
Put him on a spot.
Yeah, give me a spot. Why not?
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
And I'll be plugging. Well, I'll be plugging up Jumanji. I tell you what.
Aha, very nice. And I would, if you're listening to this and take these clips out of context, deport me, but only to Jumanji. All right, folks. This has been Apples and Oranges. Thank you for listening.
Bye
Bye-bye.
Better